Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Smash for Thursday, March 30th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
We're back in Newport Beach after driving through heavy rain to get here from the desert.
My mom, my poor mother, is stuck inside this house. Are you okay, Mom?
I'm fine.
She told me to watch New Jersey Housewives. I'm totally behind. I have not watched.
Thanks for babysitting.
Yeah. Thanks for babysitting.
I think she's babysitting me.
Jolie's babysitting you?
Yeah.
I told Kelly on the way here, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's cold and raining. I was told when I was moving to Southern California, it was going to be sunny and warm every day, and it never rained here.
Yeah. And I was telling Rick on the way over here, because we're doing this wine sponsorship with
Elia,
and is Spanish varietals. And I was telling Rick, I go, this year for California wines is going to be horrible. And you asked me why?
because of all the rain.
All the rain. So wines, grapes do really, really well when they're stressed. So they have to go straight down to the table water. That's when it gets the juiciest.
You mean the water table?
The water table, and it gets plump and juicy.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be stressed to have a really good grapes.
Well,
so
since you brought up wine, Elia Wine is a proud sponsor of this show. We love our Elia wine so much we drank it all.
we did.
we don't have any left.
We're getting more.
We're getting another shipment. We hope tomorrow. But in the meantime, let me just tell you about Elia Wine, which was designed in New York and made in Spain, created by Layla Joy Williams, who says, if you've been paying a lot for good wine, you've been doing it all wrong. She says good wine should be an affordable indulgence and that her collection is both modern and timeless. It's elegance you can taste. The varieties include Elia's Macabeo white wine made with Moscatel and Macabeo, grape varieties grown in the Valencia region of Spain. And Elia's Roble red wine comes from the Mediterranean coast, where the rocky soil and abundant sunshine work together to encourage the bold blend of Monastrell, Tempranillo, and Merlot grapes to grow and thrive. Go to Elia.com and use the discount code Rick and Kelly 20 for 20% off.
Oh, you're gonna love it. Let me tell you.
We loved it so much we drank it all.
We did. It was delicious.
Speaking of products you'll love, our pickleballs and paddles, pickleballpartytown.store. That's all for the commercials.
That's it.
That's it. I'm done with commercials. Jolie's project, you wanted to share it?
Oh, yes. My mom said she worked 3 days, right? 3 days on this?
3 days, and I was up with her till 1:30 in the morning. She finished it.
She was working until 1:30 in the morning.
So she has Martin Luther King, which I love this picture. He's like, peace. And
has her name on it.
has her name on it. Little, yeah.
That?
So she was this is for like the civil rights
And she
movement.
got really creative with the background, with the pages, photographs.
She did so well on this.
She's got like little...
She's talking about how the Great Migration. She had like really cool photos, and I don't know where'd she get these.
This is why she asked if we had a printer set up here. We don't have one set up yet.
No.
Where did she get this printed? Do you know?
At her boyfriend's father's office.
Oh, okay.
She's very
Self-sufficient.
But
self-sufficient.
So read
and
that right
creative.
there, the Civil Rights Act, real quick.
Okay.
Because it's always good to have a refresher.
Summary. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 is called the most far-reaching civil rights bill since the Emancipation Proclamation. Title I of the Act was meant to limit the use of literacy tests. Prior passage of the CRA of 1964, literacy tests were used to disenfranchise people of color. Okay, well, good job, Jolie.
Yeah, Jolie, you
You
did
did
a very good, superb job.
Really impressive.
I was impressed.
I'm giving her an A+.
I know. I was like, and when I was in high school, I was like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. I was like, remember I would get those notes, and then I would just, or get my encyclopedia. Remember we had we had the world books of encyclopedia, and I would just copy the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Totally plagiarized.
Oh my goodness!
But I would do like footnotes sometimes.
You're not encouraging our smashers to cheat, are you?
No, they're already past that.
We stopped at the Pavilion's grocery store here on the peninsula in Newport Beach on the way home to pick up a couple things in our truck, which was packed to the brim with our stuff.
They look like the Clampets. It looked like the grapes of wrath.
Yeah. And then we had a celebrity sighting. Well, I did, because Kelly didn't know who the guy was, but it was Kenny Smith, the former NBA All-Star, who's now on TNT with Charles Barkley doing
Rick
NBA
goes, do you know who
coverage.
that is? And I said, no. And he goes, Kelly, he's like a Hall of Famer. He's on TNT.
I don't know if he's
and I
actually
thought
a
I
Hall of
was,
Famer.
I thought I was like privy to all the basketball players,
Well,
especially
you know
back.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I
And
know
he works
Charles
with him.
Barkley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Kelly reminds me that we had a celebrity sighting at our pickleball party town over the weekend.
We had Eva LaRue at my house. She
She's
was
the-
on CSI Miami.
Detective Natalia Boavista on CSI Miami.
It was funny because she came over with my girlfriend. My girlfriend's like really good friends with her, my friend Samantha Wilson. And Eva LaRue comes over and gives us a big hug, and she wanted to see my house because her baby daddy left their daughter a similar house, but I guess it's like in shambles. So she wanted to take a look at my house to see what she could do with this house.
Where is her house? Also
It's
in
like
Palm
two.
Desert?
It's like two houses up, 2 blocks up from us.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize that. See, well, I was running errands or something when she was at the house and came home as she was leaving. But we saw her earlier at the Fix when we were having breakfast. And I looked at her and I go, I feel like I've met you before, which is like what everyone used to say to me when they didn't know who I was.
Yeah,
but
I
they
get
knew
that.
they knew me from somewhere. And so then when I saw her at the house, after you or someone told me, oh,
I
she's
don't know
on,
why I didn't take a picture with her.
they said she's on CSI Miami. I was like, when I saw her again, I was like, I'm so sorry I didn't recognize you. Like I didn't.
She
realize
has to
who
be
you were.
the nicest,
She was sweet.
down to earth, normal actress I have ever met in my whole life.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. How long was she at the house?
She was there for like a good hour and a half.
Oh, really? That long?
And then she had a girlfriend with her that lives in the Trudell area of like Beverly Hills. She has a house in Aspen, and she said she just got divorced from her husband. You could tell this lady was like loaded, but she was like, my husband was abusive. He was an addict. He got hookers.
Jeez.
And I said, "Are you happy now?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm rich and happy." So.
Well, Eva LaRue is 56, and she doesn't look it.
No, she looks great.
But I bring that up because we were talking about Justine Bateman, because Justine Bateman was on 60 Minutes Australia. And it was all controversial, I guess, because she isn't doing anything to her face. She's 57. She said she's proudly embracing and not trying to alter her wrinkles and lines despite criticism. I don't give a F,
Crap.
Bateman said. I think I look rad. I think my face represents who I am. I like it. And we were talking about that on the way home. And Kelly, what you want to
Well, what I was saying was, like, I have a lot of 60-year-old friends, and they don't look like they're 6 years old. I mean, at all. Like Ramona, my friend Debbie Ibarra, she's 65. She's
I don't
a
know.
little older than you.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's legit in her 40s. I mean, I can go, like Vicky, I can go on and on
Yeah.
how many women here in Newport that are 60 that look fantastic.
Because they have work done.
Of course,
Right.
they've had work done and
Fillers and all
fillers and facelifts, and it takes work. It takes work. So I was saying to Rick, I was like, I was watching this Oprah Winfrey, like in my 20s, and Raquel Welch was on there. I'm like, wow, this lady back then was like, I think like in her 60s or 70s, and phenomenal, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And Oprah said, why is it that you look like this? How is it that you look like this? She goes, well, Oprah, she's like, you can get in the game or not get in the game. It's your choice. And I always resonated with me. Like,
Yeah.
like I always think that when I see women that take care of themselves or whatever.
Well, and so we were driving, and then we
Yeah.
were talking about it, and I said there are two schools of thought here, and one is like to age gracefully, to just be your authentic, true self without any help whatsoever. And you were saying, well, the other way to go is to try and maintain, like you stay fit with your body, you
Yeah.
stay fit with your face.
Right. No, it's like I said, well, if I didn't work out or if I didn't eat right, I would be fat. Like I have hypothyroidism. I can be fat. But I have to work at it, just like you have to work at your face or
Right.
whatever. But I do think women that have that like white hair. Mm-hmm. It looks classy.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
like
and
that
then
too.
and then you like that too?
Yeah. But I brought it up because when we got home after we had this whole conversation, I look in the New York Post and there's a story about Justine Bateman, but it leads into this woman, Amanda Hansen, who lives in Fort Lauderdale. She's 50, but she says we shouldn't be afraid of aging. It's a natural process, just like being born. She passionately promotes natural beauty and has vowed to never undergo anti-aging procedures such as Botox, facelifts, or fillers. And there she is.
Oh, she looks good.
She's a pretty lady. Mm-hmm. But she said, getting older is a beautiful spiritual journey. I won't dishonor the process of aging by trying to alter it with surgery or cover it up with makeup. She says that she's never had more like dudes.
That girl's had Botox, okay? She's full of it.
Whoa.
Right?
You're calling her out?
Yeah, I am. Justine Bateman looks like Emily and Elaine. They're twins.
Then they show Pauline Porizkova.
Paulina Porizkova.
Meryl Streep, who's 73, and Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore is exactly my age. She was born in 75. Exactly.
Yeah, she's 47. Mm-hmm. She doesn't do that stuff either. And then there's Meryl Streep. So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
I think Meryl Streep looks good. I think she looks darn good.
She said Hansen has been married for nearly 3 decades and says her husband Brian has embraced her approach to beauty. He loves the fact that I'm so free. He always says he's never been with someone so natural before.
My mom's never had anything done to her face. Botox, no, nothing. And she's your age,
She looks
73.
great.
I think you look better than her.
No.
She's
No, you don't.
had to have some work done as an actress.
Well, she says no.
Who, Meryl Streep?
Oh, Meryl Streep. What does
Meryl
it say
Streep
about
says
Meryl
no?
Streep? She told Vanity Fair that plastic surgery feels like an interruption in communication between her and loved ones who've gone under the knife. I don't know what that means. What was that?
Did you hear something on the top? What was that? Is that Jolie?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have
So-
a rooftop deck up there.
Anyway, there's a couple schools of thought here. I wanted to do.
I think you should do whatever makes you feel happy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's it. If you want to age gracefully and not get in the game, and you should do that. If you want to get tight and right on your face and have tons of plastic surgery, do that too. It's how you feel inside.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's what matters here.
listen, I had the worst hoods over my eyes and bags under my eyes, and I got them done. And I feel like I look 10 years younger.
You do.
And it just made a remarkable difference.
Right. And those are the easiest things. If you want 10 years off your face, you get your eyes done.
Uh-huh.
That's game changer right there.
But if somebody wants to keep their eyes the way they are, I have no issue with that.
I think it's like if you're an actress and you have to have facial expressions and lines and things like that.
Yeah.
When you're like an aging, I don't know. The only person I know that doesn't age is Nicole Kidman. That chick is frozen straight.
Well, I guarantee you there's a lot of filler going on there.
Well, and facelifts.
Yeah.
Everybody here in Newport Beach, of my age, 47, all of them have facelifts already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared. I'm
You
scared.
don't need one.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed yet here on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to check out our longer, unfiltered, uncensored show, The Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com, we have well over 100 new patrons this week.
This week,
Yeah. And we want you to join us.
how are we going to say 100?
Over 100.
Wow. That's great.
Over 100 new patrons this week.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
They are all anxious to see our show,
Oh, my God.
which is going to drop sometime Thursday, sometime today.
Yes.
I believe it will be dropping.
It will be dropping.
If not Thursday, Friday. We're going to St. Bart's.
We've been a little behind.
Yeah.
So we've had some stressful things that have happened. And we'll talk about that on Patreon.
Yep.
And we're kind of
I'm more
behind.
worried about the fact that I wasn't able to get my hair cut. And now I have to leave town for a week. My hair is going to be out of control.
Why don't you just go to Supercuts?
I'm scared to go to Supercuts
Why?
because they might mess up my
Sports
hair.
clips.
I'm going to St. Bart's. I want to look good. I don't want like some hack chopping my hair up.
I mean, I think somebody knows how to cut hair that can cut hair.
I've had really bad hair. I had a really bad haircut at Supercuts once, and I'm scared to go back. It's a true story. I had to go on TV that next day or that day, and my hair looked terrible.
Oh, okay.
And I am a little vain. Not going to lie.
Well, are you on standby for tomorrow?
Yes,
Okay.
but I have serious doubts. You know how busy Megan is.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay.
we hope you enjoyed the smash. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.